This content is for informational purposes only. You should not construe any such information or other material as legal, tax, investment, financial, or other advice. Nothing contained on here constitutes a solicitation, recommendation, endorsement, or offer by Draper Goren Holm or any third-party service provider to buy or sell any securities or other financial instruments whatsoever.
Hey everyone, welcome to What the Block special edition. So as you know, we do our blockchain and booze events every Tuesday night, but we reached out recently to Nelly from Tezos Africa, who's on the stream with me right now, and we wanted to do a special edition for all of us to kind of learn what's going on in the blockchain ecosystem in Africa. We hear a lot about it, but I think a lot of us just don't really fully know. And so Nelly put together a really exciting group of panelists for us that are going to help educate us and show us what's going on, because there's a ton of amazing projects going on. But let's start off with Nelly. Welcome. It's great to see you.
Thank you. Great to be back. And I feel like it's been a while, because the last time we spoke on blockchain and boost, it was almost 16 months ago. I think I was just coming back to Africa. So yeah, exciting times. Exciting time to talk again about the progress and how things have evolved on the ground.
Yeah, can you, before we jump into saying hi to everyone and having each person give us a quick intro, can you give us set the stage, right? Like how things are progressing in Africa? I know Africa was always way ahead in mobile payments and things like that. But how about in the blockchain space? Nelly, yeah.
So a quick intro about what I do and how I started on the blockchain space, right? Yeah. Obviously they call me like the Tezos mama of Africa. I've been kind of organizing community events and raising awareness around blockchain and Tezos in Africa since 2019. Oh my goodness, already 3 years. And right now we have expanded tremendously. We are present in 12 countries in Africa, from the north, Tunisia, with Sami represented, so like the south in Zimbabwe, with like to the east, Kenya, Uganda, Central, West Africa, Nigeria is represented, Cameroon. And aside that, I'm also the co-founder and CEO of Ijara. And Ijara vision is to democratize access to saving and investment products in Francophone Africa, leveraging crypto rails. And I've been in the space since 2015. The first time I came upon a post on Bitcoin and how it could revolutionize like payments and remittances in Africa. I read the white paper, and the first image that came to my mind was a thriving Africa, was an Africa where like the communities can really start building, protecting their wealth, and feeling kind of part of this global economy for the first time ever. And this image stuck in my mind, and that's also why I started building a venture that will help me accomplish a little bit quicker this future of Africa I've already envisioned. So that's pretty much when I fell into the rabbit hole.
I love it. So I think we've got right now, aside from you, six other guests who are based in Africa as well. Maybe we'll go by the way I'm seeing it on my screen. So maybe we'll just start at the top. Ba, do you want to give an intro and let us know what you're working on?
Yeah, my name is Makusi from Ghana. My intro is going to be very short. So I think it was around 2009 that I really 2019 that I really started looking into blockchain. Before then, I was a developer, software engineer, and then just around that time, I met Nelly, and since then I became the director of Tezos Africa and also Tezos Ghana, yes, and also head of R&D at Ijara. So yeah, that's it.
I love it. So you're building Ijara, but you're also helping build the community in Ghana for Tezos.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. Adebayo, and hey, correct me when I mispronounce names. I'm trying.
Alon,
You pronounce it well. You pronounce
sorry,
it well.
if I may, sorry, because Seth also failed to mention the project that Tezos Ghana and people are building around, like the voting app, because I invited you guys here not only because of your Tezos kind of participation into like building communities, but also thanks to the project you are building. So this is your chance. Alon is like an investor, so pitch your project. Don't be shy. Tell the world about the beautiful minds that we have in Africa and the beautiful things you are spotting out.
Okay, can I go on?
Yes, do it.
Okay. So, as rightly said, I'm Adebayo. My journey into the blockchain space started in August 2016 through a radio program. I was actually sitting down at my home, and I was invited for an e-dinner. That was the coin I actually knew about, and I attended the event, and that was where I got to know about Bitcoin. And from that time, I started doing a lot of research around the technology. I wanted to know more, and through my research, I got to know about this University of Nicosia. So I did a 3 months program in data currency to really know about the technology. Then from there, I fortunately met my former colleague, Mr. Chimize Chuta, who is the founder of Blockchain Nigeria User Group. And we started that group. It's one of the largest blockchain community in Africa. And in the last 6 years, we've been promoting the adoption of blockchain technology in Nigeria through our conferences, our events. We've been doing a lot of things around the space. And each year has been an addition for us. Even this year in August, too, we're planning another bigger event around NFT and metaverse. Beyond that, by virtue of my input in the community, fortunately, I became the Tezos Nigerian lead. And the last 1 year, we've done a lot of things around the space in trying to build, the community, trying to promote Tezos protocol. We were the first public baker in Africa. We had a lot of issues, but we are fully back. In fact, we made some payments today, some payments from our node. We are actively, back. And then beyond that, I'm also a crypto police. I call myself a crypto police. So I'm a crypto investigator and a compliance officer. So, I track thieves on the blockchain space. Then also, we are here to talk about the projects done in Africa so far. At the moment, I want to talk about Tezpet. I'm actually a co-founder and part of the team of Tezpet. Tezpet is an NFT P2E game where you interact with pets. So basically, pets are small animals and they are part of our human existence. So you tend to care for them, nurture them. And we came up with an addictive game where we could spend time in nurturing pets from baby to adulthood. And maybe after I could talk more about the project. So let me just drop the mic at the moment. Thank you.
Very nice. So we got a few more folks here. We're gonna keep going in order, but I know that I want to try to.
Sorry, 1 minute. I also have one of our team members is on the call here, so maybe he could just introduce himself briefly when it comes to his turn. So he's actually the project lead. I'm part of the lead. He's right on the call. So I invited him to the call to just have a feel of what we are doing. Thank you.
Very nice. Very cool. Yeah. Hold on one sec. I'm trying to figure out. I was trying to just make sure all of our faces look good on the screen here. I think next we have Marie. I would love to hear your background and what you're working on.
Okay. I'm Mary Noel Aduko from Ivory Coast. Okay. So I'm very nervous because this is my first time to take part of this meeting. So I'm here now to present to you our project. Okay, the project of Tezos Ivory Coast. It is the project titled Smart. Okay, so when we start, you will see our dream, the dream of our community, Tezos, in Ivory Coast. Okay, so I want to be long. Okay, so what I'm saying, I'm very nervous.
Don't be nervous. Thank you for being here. Can you tell us a little more about maybe your background and what brought you to working in the blockchain space?
Okay, our project is about Smart.
No,
Smart
Marie-Noël,
is, yes.
Marie-Noël, it's about you. It's about you, your background. Like, what did you do before? What are you doing now? And how did you come into like blockchain and Tezos? How did you learn about it?
Okay. So I was invited, okay, by a friend in this community. This friend named Honora Zabo. Okay, he told me about Tezos. He told me also how this how can I explain you? He told me that Tezos is very important. Okay, it is a new technology, okay, in our life. So I want to discover this technology. That's why I'm here, you see, to help them. So each one in real life has a dream, and you can realize your dream in this technology, in this new technology. Okay, so our objective is to help Africans to African, above all, Ivorians, to realize their dreams.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for being here, and we'll learn
You're
more.
welcome.
And you're doing great. Don't be nervous.
Thank you.
Let's go to Sammy now. You were on for a while. I'm not sure if Tez House has his camera off, so I'm just double checking. But Sammy. Oh,
sorry. I have my kids with me, so I'm just running around.
The real bosses.
So can I go a little bit later?
Yeah. No worries. Sammy, why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay. So, hi, Alon. Hi, everyone. Who I am? Very easy. I am just an African. I was born in Tunisia, and actually, right now, I am an associate professor in University of Paris, Créteil, and I'm working on intelligent network and distributed system. So, why I'm interested about blockchain? I was working in distributed systems, so I was naturally interested in blockchain and Tezos. But when I met Nelly at the beginning of the COVID, nearly 16 months ago, yeah, really, I was doing some interesting thing, but it not coming out of my laboratory. and she really succeeded to getting me on board of her crazy and motivated innovation for Africa called Tezos Africa. This woman is just amazing, by the way. So we do a lot of things. So after that, we will focus on what we one specific project we did in Africa. But we think that really blockchain can be a game changer for Africa. And if it's game changer for Africa, it will be a game changer for the world. So maybe we can discuss about it later, but I will give back the flow.
Love it. I'm obviously a huge fan of Tezos, so well, we have to jump into some of that. And then I think Tezos Cameroon. I don't know if I've seen your face yet. Are you here?
Hello all. I think I have one issue with my camera, video camera. So
No worries.
sorry, I'm trying to fix it. So my name is. I will show my face when I will fix it. So sorry. My name is Jamal. I'm developer and also head of offline acquisition at Ijara. Um, uh, Now, for me, I think blockchain is a big opportunity for Africans. So we have too many problems about transparency. So we in Cameroon, we are trying to use blockchain to solve many problems about transparency, about integrity of data. That is the principal topic we are working on, like real estate, like land law. I think after we will have opportunity to present what we are doing in Cameroon. Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. And then we have one more here. Let's add them back to the stream. V, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would love to get your background and hear what you're working on.
Okay, thank you. Let me just see if I can put. Okay, all right. So
Right.
sorry I came on and went off again. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm basically the director of operations for Tezos Africa. I'm not working on anything, so I'm just here to listen to all the projects and also have fun. Yeah, basically.
Oh, that is not true because V is very involved into like the artist space in Ghana, into like NFTs, like putting together like artists, like local artists with like 3D developers and like thinking about this metaverse NFTs. Like, don't be shy, please, guys.
Okay.
Like tell him about
Okay.
like.
All right. Okay. So let me talk a little bit about my background. I got interested in cryptocurrency when I was in the university. So after the university, I was just exploring, started crypto education, a YouTube channel and everything. And I got involved in Tezos Ghana. As time went on, then here I am in Tezos Africa as a director of operations. I actually started as a project manager. So I do have interest in blockchain, metaverse, NFTs, and all. I'm also involved in some projects also here in Ghana. And yeah, I think that's basically it. Thank you.
Very cool. I mean, I think that the when you're talking about NFTs and artists and everything, right? At least for across the world, it's one of the easiest to see opportunities of folks who up until now maybe have had a very, very hard time in earning a living, and the blockchain space has made an opportunity to change that, right? So I think it's a huge and important part of the whole mix, right? So if we want to build if we believe that the blockchain is really borderless and for everyone, it should not just mean geographical borders, right? Although that's really important for today's talk because you guys are all in Africa. Tez House. I keep calling you Tez House. What's your name?
My name is Sar. My actual real name is Sar.
Sar? Okay.
So I'm the other co-founder to Tez Pets. I'm also the founder to Tez House. I'm a blockchain developer, website developer, and whatnot. I'm also a full-time dad all the time. So yeah, I'm also an artist, NFT artist, and whatnot. I'm big time in the crypto space since about 2013. And yeah.
And where are you based?
California, Fresno, California.
Oh, you're in Fresno, California. Okay, so it's morning for you, just like me, and you can learn this trick from me that we're doing right now is send your kids to soccer camp, and then
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
That's where mine are right now. No. Okay, I've got a question for you though, and then we should go around and ask. But have you got your kids into NFTs yet?
So my daughter's 3.5 and my son is 2, so they're a little too young.
Okay.
But whenever they see something they really like, I buy it. As soon as they see something cute, an NFT that they like really a lot, I end up just grabbing it up. So because they know what's cool and what's not. They're the ones.
My kids love NFTs. They're a little older, but you'll see. Get them into it because it becomes fun, and to them, something digital is actually more real to them than the piece of paper, Pokemon cards or comic books, and things like that. We learned. We've got Tezos Cameroon in the house too. And then I'd love to jump into individual projects, but I might let Nelly lead that charge to pick which ones. But first, Tezos Cameroon, welcome, and give me your actual name.
Oh, he already.
Uh-oh, I think we might have an audio problem. So, are you here?
Hello. Yeah. No, but Jamal just spoke. You remember, Alon, he was having trouble with his video camera.
Whoops! Now I'm talking with my mic muted. It's Jamal. Okay. Now when I switched the view and I saw his name, I went, "Hey, we've talked to you." Okay. So Jamal, turn off. The reason why you're having the echo is because you're still connected on the other one, I think. Let me remove it from the stream, and now we can try again. Okay, we'll figure it out. But Nelly, so we have an incredible crew on today. We have folks from all over Africa, and even SAR here in California, in my part of the world. But what I would be very interested in understanding, and actually, I think a lot of these folks are connected to Ijara in some way. So you have a very distributed team all over Africa. Why don't we start with maybe giving us a little background about Ijara and what you're working on? And then I would love for you to point at some of the projects here and tell us, what... tell us, just give us a little background and tell us why some of these projects are very important. And I think that we even have I have some questions that are coming through too. Anybody who's watching on one of the streams, I know you're used to Blockchain and Booze, and we go into that system to ask questions. Feel free to use to ask questions wherever you're watching. If you're watching on the Twitter stream, on the YouTube stream, on LinkedIn, wherever, just ask a question. I can see those questions, and I'll make sure to ask these amazing founders and engineers and friends we now have in Africa the questions. So Nelly, give us a background on Ijara, and then of course I'd love to bounce around and hear about everybody else's projects.
Yeah. So I have to say that For the other project, I will probably let you explain more than I, because already powering like this organization, Tezos Africa, across the whole continent, and focusing on Ijara is already feel like 20 hours out of 24. So when it comes to Ijara, here we have two people that are involved, Ba from in Ghana and Jamal in Cameroon. And as I said, the vision was really like how to leverage crypto rails to kind of help our people in Africa to leapfrog traditional finance, because the way we leapfrog landlines phones to go to mobile phones and smartphones now, how can we do the same when it comes to banking? In West and Central Africa, you have less than 15% people that own a bank account, so it means that less access to credit, less access to even saving and investment products. So, and that's where Ijara is focusing its efforts right now, how to leverage crypto rails to democratize access to investment and saving products for people in Francophone Africa and the diaspora. We've been at it since we launched our app in March 2021, and up to now, almost 50,000 users and growing strong 30% month for month on user base and transaction volume. And what is really rewarding is the way we are changing our customers, like how can I say that, relationship with finance. They are learning about ownership. They are learning about censorship resistance, because we are a non-custodial wallet before being like a brokerage platform, and this is kind of the thing that are dear to us. And to describe the project, maybe I will describe like how we might think that Tezos Africa, we only launch like chapters, and then they have everything in common except like the country they are in. But actually, each single chapter here has a different color. When it comes to Tunisia and North Africa, given Sami interest and personality, they are much more into research. They are much more into how to even make sure that Africa has a voice when it comes to like the layer one protocol, when it comes to proposing future amendments. With Sami and his team, we dream of having Tezos Africa one day proposing an amendment that goes live throughout the Tezos. We are working on sharding, on how to make sure that people in rural areas can also participate in blockchain without having access to internet, how to make sure that we have like more transactions in like a minute, a second. So those are the kind of things that we are Sami and his team are working on. Regarding the specific project that Sami will be presenting, since there are so many, like I'm telling you, in Tunisia and North Africa, there are like 5 projects going on right now. So I will let Sami single out the one he wants to focus on. When I move back to Ghana and Seth, as I mentioned, like V, it's much more into like NFT, metaverse, and Seth is really cares about also like democracy. And I'm sure like the project he wants to highlight is about like a voting gap, how to make sure that, voting doesn't become like a systemic problem in Africa, and with coup d'etat and, and with like all those wars going on, like how do we make sure that leveraging blockchain and rails, we could really solve these challenges. And a little bit close to me, Jamal in Cameroon, if you go to Cameroon courts right now, you will see that 70 to 80% of court hearings are about land disputes, because you regularly see crooks, owners selling the same land to 10 different people. So it means that when outside of Africa, investing in real estate is like the lowest risk investment, is the safest way to kind of protect your wealth and build it for the future. In Africa, you are exposing yourself to losing like double or triple the amount you already invested. So solving this challenging, like how do we put like a land registry on the blockchain? How do we build more trust between sellers and buyers? And moving back closer to my neighbor in Nigeria, as you mentioned, and our friend in LA also mentioned about the kids and how they really like NFT, because digital stuff is kind of part of their nature. Like think about having a pet. Like right now, my kids are asking for like a dog or a cat. I mean, I can't really like care for a dog or a cat right now, please. But I would love them to have a test pet. This I can do. So I'm also like a mom, really rooting for this project to see life, because this is my way of telling my kid, you want a dog, you can adopt 10 of them. Just adopt them on test pet and learn how to nurture and see how they evolve. And when you are adult yourself, hopefully your pet is also adult. You can buy one and really take care of it. So, and I mean, let me conclude by Ivory Coast. I know Marie Noel is very stressed out. I know that English is not like her first language. I know they are also passionate about community, about building community, social. So their project is really about that. It's really about like how to power like social network with blockchain, how to make sure that communities really kind of get together in a it's all for the greater good. I will stop there. And Alon, and you can choose now which project you want to get more details on.
Yeah, let's try to go through and give everyone an opportunity. We have a little less than 30 minutes, so let's try to do it. I think we can give everyone a few minutes and do it. Maybe we start with Mary. Do you want to try to start? I'm excited to hear about it. I think the community aspect sounds amazing.
So you want me to explain my project?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now the name of this project is Smart, and the objective of this project is to permit the users to buy goods or services, okay, with cryptocurrency or our own money in our country. Okay. Now, if you want to realize your dream, each one in Africa, each one in Ivory Coast has a dream. And when you want to realize your dream, choose, if I have an advice for you, I want you to choose Smart. Smart is very important. Okay. Now in Smart, there are three things. Okay. In Smart we have e-commerce. Okay. E-commerce. We have space. We also have messaging. Okay. Now with e-commerce, users can buy goods and services and can create some shops. Okay, in e-commerce, you can create
an e-commerce shop.
Shops. Okay, e-commerce shops. Okay, and you can sell your own articles. Okay, you can choose to sell clothes, shoes. Okay, now that is what is interesting in e-commerce. Now, when we go into space, in space there is web series. Okay, in web series we can talk about what we can call videos. Okay, you can create your own videos. Okay, your own videos, and you can choose to do it public or private. Okay, when I say public, you can permit of each person to enter, okay, in this application. When it is private, you can pay something. That is what's concerning space. That is the second application. Now, third, we have instant messaging. Instant messaging is not like others. It is what is very interesting. when we're speaking about instant messaging, it is not like the message we know. No. In instant messaging, okay, you can, there is a node.
Yeah.
There is a kind of node. And in this node, there is several branches. Okay. In these branches, each branch can be public and also can be private. Okay, that is what I want to present to you. Actually,
I love it. So
mhm.
it's sort of you're separate from the e-commerce part of it. You're creating messaging capabilities and private and public messaging so the communities can communicate with each other in the way that they want. High level, right? Did I get it?
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I love it. It'll be and is this built specifically for use cases in Africa and where you're in the Ivory Coast, or is it built more for the world, for anyone who wants to use it? Are you starting with the Ivory Coast?
No, it is not for Ivory Coast only. Okay, it is for the words, if I can say it, for the words. Okay.
I love it. Very, very cool. Very
Okay.
cool. And I put it in the private chat. I was asking, how do you spell smash?
Smash. SMATCH.
Hey, I got it right too. Okay, good.
So
All
you
right.
can find everything
Yeah.
in these words.
You know what I'm gonna do? Maybe what we should do after this is I'll maybe take this video and we'll do like a Twitter thread or something on LinkedIn too, where we can put a link to everybody's projects. I think that would be helpful. You know, maybe we go. Navi said you said you're working on different things, so let's go across the top. Ba, do you want to present something specific that you're working on?
Yeah, I think like in terms of blockchain, as I mentioned earlier, I'm the head of R&D at Ijara. So
Yeah.
any blockchain stuff at Ijara,
You know, I want to ask. I'm gonna interrupt you really quick because Time had a very good question. He's a regular blockchain and booze hangout, and he's a good guy. And I think the first part of his question, I think would be good for you to answer as an engineer. So Time asked, why Tezos? What made you think Tezos was the right way forward?
Okay, so so the thing is, you know, I've really read about many blockchains and everything. So usually the way I grade blockchains is, you know, looking at their technology and then their research. That's mostly the part I'm interested in. Right? I'm not really interested in the market and how people are making money with it, but I look at the technology, the research behind it. And I think the research behind Tezos is very solid compared to other blockchains. You have very solid research in Tezos. And yeah, as is evident, Tezos itself has stood the test of time. Yeah, so I think that is for me. That's why I like Tezos. Not to say that other blockchains are not really good, but in terms of their technology, you know, there's Bitcoin which came before Tezos. There's also Ethereum which came before Tezos. But Tezos has successfully implemented proof of stake even before Ethereum is now trying to catch up and all of that. So yeah.
Love it. So you know, I think we still have 20 minutes. So Nelly, I think, you know, who should we have present their project next?
So I guess Ba hasn't presented his project. So
Okay, yeah, I interrupted. You're right. I interrupted. Give us your specific project. I know you're working on something interesting.
Okay, so at Tezos Ghana, we are working with a team to work on a voting application now. I mean, I know that sounds like a bit like too common, but honestly, we over here we haven't seen any voting application that is solid enough, not to say even based on blockchain, right? So even if the application wasn't based on blockchain, it was solid enough, would be okay with it. But we wanted to do a project that could get a lot of people to use it, and at the same time showcase the strength of blockchain and everything. And that's why we went with the voting application. So it's just a simple voting application based on the Tezos blockchain. And there are a lot of things being considered around it. Since we are already pressed for time, I don't really want to go deep into it, but we have like a web link where we are testing, like we are asking people to test the UI and everything. And very soon we'll publish our white paper for this project. And yeah.
Very
So-
cool. And can you, what's the name of the project for, like I said, I'm going to create somewhere where everyone can see all the details. But what's the name of the project so people can research and look for it?
Okay, so that's a thing. The interesting thing is we don't have we're still thinking about the name.
Okay.
But we have I can give you a URL link to the project.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, share it with us. Share it with me after, so I can put it in the thread, or we can make a thread together. And I think that'll be important. I think, to me, the voting applications are super necessary, because I feel like everywhere around the world, people have their problems with it. And in the United States, probably compared to the rest of the world, the problems are actually much smaller. But people. Wherever you're based, you think that you have the biggest problems, right? But I think, like what Nelly said, Africa has its own unique, maybe not unique, unfortunately, but has their own issues with voting and government and things like that. And it'll be interesting from your perspective to see what's important in the big scheme of features and building out a voting system.
So just a disclaimer, this is not like an application that can be used nationwide, right? Because that itself, is limited by the blockchain, what the blockchain can take and everything. But this is the kind of application that can be used for everything aside, nationwide voting. And those kind of votings happen a lot. Like we are trying to find the best contestant or the best winner, or we are trying to hold an SRC vote in the school or in the committee or whatever. So so this is more geared to that kind of voting stuff. Yeah.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Let's give another and I'll, like I said, I'll share it with everyone. Let's give another person an opportunity to talk about their project.
So maybe let's hear about Sami and then Bayo.
Okay. So perhaps I can start.
Yeah.
So if you agree, Alon, I want to answer the question of timing, because it's really interesting question. A lot of people ask about what is the best blockchain. There is not a best blockchain. It doesn't exist. But why we think about Tezos? Tezos is not a solution. It's one of the possible solutions. And what we think, it's really interesting solution. Of course, there is a lot of feature in Tezos, but just keep in your mind that Tezos is open, evolutive blockchain. So it's a dream for everyone who want to improve the technology. Keep in your mind that blockchain is still in early stage. We are in the spring. We are not still in the summer. And it's up to us to improve it to suit our needs. So let's imagine, let's dream. What is our dream in blockchain? It's blockchain for everything, for everyone. Secure, scalable, resilient. In short, the perfect blockchain. But it's not exist. It still not exist. Let's start to work on it. So this is a brief answer, but let's come back to the project that I want to focus on today. The project that I want to focus, it's related to the governance. In Africa, we have a lot of problems, but this kind of project can impact not only Africa, but also France or perhaps United States, if you want to say. We have seen many elections in the past year. And the common point of there has been a lot of doubt about the role of the media, of communication, in particular about the transparency of opinion poll. So sometimes wrongly. So the question is arises how to reassure the audience. Though what we try to do, imagine a world where the opinion pool and survey are verifiable and unbiased. So our solution aims to make the dream a reality and to restore confidence in survey and statistics. This solution is called Survey Chain. I will share with you the link and the name. And the idea is to create trustworthy survey over the Tezos blockchain and keep your report transparent. It's work by authentication based on Tezos wallet. It protects the survey taker privacy. It proposes trustworthy statistics. And the main important point, it's proposed many transparency strategy. According to the context, you will select the transparency strategy that you want to put and you want to highlight. Do you want to share your name? Do you want to share only the question, the answer? Up to you. But anyone have to select its own transparency strategy. That's all for our survey chain. But don't hesitate if you have question about it.
So, what do you think would be the number one use case for survey chain?
I give you the opinion pool because for us it's very important point. Really, the opinion pool, and we see it in France. There is an election today before. What media say was wrong. Why they was wrong? Because nobody are able to verify this opinion pool, and it's really important to make a simple solution to do it. The solution that we propose is really simple. This is the main point. We don't have to propose a very big or something like amazing project. It should be work and it should be efficient for anyone.
Yeah, no, it's true, and there's I always joke that there's the media always tells the truth, and everything you read on the internet is true, right? So
totally agree.
Although think about 20 years back or even more recent, people really kind of believed that, like I read it on the internet. It's true. It's wild, but I can imagine there's a lot of use cases. And is the company based more in France or based in Tunisia?
No, it's based on Tunisia. Actually, the developer are from Tunisia. And we work on this and we start to work on some local use cases. But by the way, the solution is open. It's free right now, so anyone can use it. Please use it, challenge it, try to give us your feedback about it, and we can try to improve it.
Very cool. Survey chain. And we'll find a way to put it all into one doc or one thread later. So love it. And I think, Nelly, you were saying next we would talk to Adebayo.
Yes, test pets.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much.
I know you can talk about it for 1 hour, but you only have and you have
okay,
like
so
2 more.
I know. So actually, we've all talked about problems in Africa, the solutions you want to solve, so we want to have fun now. We want to have fun and make some money. So I'm not talking about problems here. So we want to have fun by playing a game, and the game is actually TestBet. So as I said earlier, TestBet is an NFT, play to earn game, actually built on Lingo language. So it's built on Lingo language, and what's this project all about? I like Nelly said, she's craving to have a pet in the house. So, and what you do about pets is you nurture them, you care for them, you make them feel homely, loved, and everything. And so that's what this game is all about. And I will briefly talk about the elements of the game. We have the minting stage, we have the hatching stage, we have the feeding stroke breeding stage, then we have the farming stage. So we let me just quickly, because I know I could have, if you give me 1 hour I can talk about it. So actually you mint the egg. I'll just tell you the process. You mint the egg, that's the minting stage. You mint the egg, then the egg turns into a baby pet. Then from baby pet it moves to a child pet. From child pet moves to a teen's pet. From teen's pet moves also to an adult, then the elder. So at every point in time, a baby is born and one day it will die. So along the stage of life, you need to feed them. So for each stage, they need to be fed. Those pets need to be fed. So for a baby to survive, you need to feed it like 3 times, a day to move to a child's pet. Then for it to move to a teen's pet, you need to also feed it. So fast forward to adult stroke end of life, the time will come when that pet will die. So for example, you might have had a pet that has stayed with you for about 6-7 years, and suddenly one day it dies and you begin to cry. Oh, what a pity. You love that pet so much. But that's how it is what it is. A pet must die. So likewise, everyone living must die someday. So the ending part of this project is when the pet dies at the old age, we burn the pets, and the pet is turned to an ash coin, and that ash coin we farm it on a DeFi platform. Currently now we use Crunchy. Most of us know about Crunchy. Shout out to Crunchy. They actually supported us at the DeFi outing we had 2 weeks ago. So we farm the ash coin. We found the ash coin on their platform, and in a month we kind of get rewarded, USD Tez. That's a synthetic coin of Tezos. So at the moment, what we want to do now is that we want to have our own DeFi platform called Hand Farm. That's the long time project. So we'll have to move our ash coin. Obviously we burn the pets, it become ash. Those ash are coins, and you stake it on a Crunchy. We want to have our own platform that we can have everything back to ourselves. So we've made about $10,000 in the last few months, and we want to take it to another level. On Twitter, we're about 1,300. On Discord, we're about over 100 there. So we're trying to see how we could promote it. We can, spread the word across. And I'm fortunate I have the developer here also, my good friend. He could just give him just 30 seconds to just say something briefly. So I please can you just say something, sir? So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Adebayo. Thank you very much. So yeah, the game is pretty much based on what he said. You mint an egg, it turns into a baby, you feed it through the stages of life, and when it passes away, you get rewarded an ash coin. Depending on what stage of life it is the reward amount. So the further the stages of life you excel in, the more ash coin you receive. So the reward system is built on the percentage of revenue. So 60% of the entire game is thrown into a pool that you can use your ash coin to stake and earn that reward. So everybody has a fair chance. Everybody can earn the same amount. It just depends on how far along you get. We also introduced something called breeding, where you can take any two pets, mix them together, and you'll earn 5 eggs. We also introduced special pets, and if you get far enough, you can get to an alien pet. So before you earn your ash coin, it'll ask you, do you want to burn your pet or do you want to get a special pet? If you reach the end of life of the special pet, it'll ask you again, do you want to burn your pet or do you want an alien egg? So it just keeps excelling.
I just want to throw something out there. I love all of this, but I think instead of burning in ash, we got to think of something else, right? Like I think the longer they live, the more love you get, or something. I think it should be like a love coin or something.
That's a good one.
The ash brings the whole thing like down into like a total.
It's so
bummer.
morbid. I know, it's
want
very
the
morbid.
ashes of my pet. I mean, I got so much love from my pet. Maybe, I don't know, just throwing it out there.
You know what though? To be honest, we wanted to change something like that in the update. If it did become a lot more popular, we did want to kind of change that. And with the ant farm, that's what we would change it to. We wouldn't use ash, and we wouldn't make it so morbid. We'd kind of bring it more sunshine to it, you know?
Yeah, I think, I don't know. That's just me, but love it. Very, very cool. Excited. I'll definitely look into Tez pets, and I'll get some pets myself for sure.
Thank you.
My kids will be raising some pets soon. Let's check it out.
Awesome.
I think we can probably go over a few minutes. Nelly, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Jamal, Smartland.
Let's see if we can hear you now.
You are mute. We can't hear you, Jamal.
He might be trying to use the other.
Okay.
Here we go.
Are you getting me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, good. So the name of our project is Smartland. So Smartland is what and why we think to create Smartland. So the situation of the real estate in Cameroon about land, about process of how to buy land and all thing like that is the situation is the majority of African land is in Africa does not have a land title. So that is the real problem in Africa. So size 5 years like this, many states do not accept anarchic sale of untitled land. So that is the situation of. So the thing is, many land owner who have difficulty to sell his land because they have not have enough money to title his land before selling. So you have too many persons who want to sell but don't have money to title his land before selling. So the last one is the buyer, the land buyer do not have a trusted platform where they can verify if the seller of land is really the owner. So are you get me? Are you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
okay.
So tell me how you kind of fix it, because I'm wondering, will the government or any of the folks, even trust the blockchain, right? We might trust the blockchain, but we have to convince them to.
Okay. So that is the situation, but the problem is you have too many fraud and scam on the purchase sale of land. That is the first problem. The second problem is you have property registration fraud in land registration process. You have the anarchic occupation of urban land, and you have too many land conflict between autochthon. So how we can fix this solution using blockchain? So the solution we propose is to create a decentralized platform and use of digital contracts who store in a distributed platform that automatically execute when the predetermined term of condition are met. So I will just explain to. We are going to create a smart contract. We will store every land registration. That is the first thing. And the second thing is we are going to automate the execution of an agreement, so that all parties can immediately certain of the outcome without the intervention and intermediary or lost time. So what we are trying to say? So we are trying to just say that we are going to remove the third part of land buying process using
But
blockchain.
But Jamal, then I have a question, and I think Ellen had the same question, because you mentioned that many people didn't have land titles. So how do smart land can resolve it? Because if you are putting like the existing land title on the blockchain, then we are not solving the huge problem you
So
mentioned, that
yeah.
people have
I'm
land
going. Thank you for the question. So Smartland want to first um, uh, um, get the grants to help people to register his land first, and after all the registration process finish, we are going to store this registration in blockchain, and the buyer will just come and buy the land that was registered by Smartland in our platform. And how we are doing money? We are just doing money to um, uh, go to take the money that we invest for registration process, and also get some commission every time we are going to sell, and every time person will come in our platform to verify, to want to verify one information like the certification paper, who can to verify something. They can also pay to use our database for something like for some verification. And many uh, person in government can also use this platform to tell another person, if you want to buy land in security process, in with noted with one trusted database, you can go in Smartland, because in Smartland you will not the information we cannot be edited. So that is globally what we are going to create. So we just have an MVP, not the complete version. Where we now we can store, we can register the land and show it in the blockchain. Person can check the information of the land. So what we are working on is to buy another process, and check, also generate a certificate paper like a PDF, that person can come and generate the certificate from our platform. So that is Smartland. So my English is
Thank
not
you,
good.
Jamal.
So
No, it was good. It was very good.
Thank
That was
thank
you.
very
you.
good.
We got it. Ellen, if you have like more minutes, I would
No,
really
let's
love
let's do it. I know V.
perfect,
Yeah, let's
because
hear
I would
from
really love.
V.
I know Viv has been involved like recently in the African Metaverse Academy, which is like a new project. So V, do you want to talk about it already, or you are still shy?
Yes. No, I'm not. It's just that I had quite a tiring day, so maybe it's just showing here. All right, so I'd like to talk about the African Metaverse Summit. Academy. Sorry. So this academy, it's about the 28-week program, if I got the period right, and it's basically going to train people, young men and women from Africa, in skills, to kickstart careers in the metaverse. Even the talk of crypto alone and blockchain is kind of alien to a lot of people, not to talk of metaverse. So this is really something new. I have not seen it on the continent yet. And what we are, it's many stages. So right now we are just calling for applications, people who are interested to sign up, get their skills. It's going to be a very, very interesting time. And in the end, you have a period to build a prototype. The aim of the entire, program is not really to build an African metaverse, but it's to equip the participants with the skills so that they could do something. But there's going to be a period where they could have a prototype and also have the opportunity for VCs and investors to kind of maybe invest in their startups, or even get linked to companies out there, because a lot of big brands are involved in this. We have Nvidia and some other brands involved in this. So this is a really huge thing for the African continent. And I think that if this first one works out so well, we are going to see immense innovations in terms of gaming, the metaverse, wearables, even going into hardware. Yeah, so I'm really excited about this, to be involved in this and to be a partner for Ghana. And I think that I'll share the link so that we could also share the links in our various countries. Everyone is invited. You can sign up, but it's going to go through a rigorous interview, because we want serious people. We know what free education comes with. Yeah, so that's basically it about the African Metaverse Academy.
Wow.
Thank you, Nelly.
Africa Metaverse Academy?
Yes.
Yeah, African Metaverse Academy.
I love
Tezos
that.
Africa is the founding member of African Metaverse Academy as well.
Exactly.
I love that. I mean, I think, right, how many people are on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right now. People around the world. Doesn't matter where we are. We're doing a live stream together and training people to work in the metaverse, right? And it really is, like, I think I kind of alluded to it at the beginning, but it really is getting us to this promise of a borderless world, right? Working together. It doesn't matter that it's the evening time for you guys and the morning for me, or vice versa. We can all be online together. We can all work together, and we no longer have to worry what country, what place, what currency. It's I love it. So I'm excited to learn more about it as it goes. Nelly, before we finish off, is there any last things we didn't touch, or anything you want to, think that the audience should hear? We definitely have to do it again. And maybe there's some way we can do this in person when we do our next LA Blockchain Summit.
Oh,
or maybe
definitely. That would be
or
awesome.
maybe even, I don't know if it's closer or easier, but we will next year do an event also in the UAE.
Yes.
So I don't know, but maybe we can do some of this in person, but we should definitely do some more follow-ups and do this more often, because for me, it's really important to hear what's happening everywhere.
Yeah, and to add a couple of things, like regarding the African metaverse, like for the past, as I was mentioning, like the 2021 has been like a year where I was so full into what I was building. I was looking at those like ape, NFTs, metaverse, without really deep diving into it. And I remember this conversation I had with V about the metaverse, and the way she was talking about it was, I'm from Ghana. If I want to go to Europe or to the US, I need to apply for a visa. I might not even get it. Even if I get it, I might not even have enough money to pay for like my flight ticket. But in the metaverse, everything is possible. With one click, I could visit Paris. I could visit the Eiffel Tower. I could hang out with my friends, maybe, like in Times Square. And when she was talking, because for me, it's always about images, I could really see that happening. And I was like, oh, this is my cue to metaverse. And this is why, like, Tezos Africa is so like, let's let's do the thing properly. Let's build the foundation by training people across as many African countries as possible, because right now within the African Metaverse Academy, we have 25 countries, African countries represented. So the goal is like to train 20 young girls and boys and girls in every single country for 28 weeks. And then once they graduate, onboard them into already existing project or create their own project. And another thing I want to mention, you see, we are right now like talking about crypto and blockchain. And in Africa, you will see women are represented. And usually, you know, when I'm immersed into like the European or the American ecosystem, it's really like the crypto bros and everything. And someone asked me, what is the female of crypto bro? And I was like, oh, it's in Africa, it's crypto queen. So we are all crypto queens here. Like we are heavily represented. Crypto is also for women. At Ijara, 60% of our developer team is female. Thanks, Ba. Thanks, Seth, to enable that, and also Valentine. 40% of our users are also women. So Africa is really grasping crypto and blockchain, embracing it, but not part of Africa, you know, all of it with our diversity, with like gender balance way, even like more involvement from women, because we basically have more challenges in Africa. Women are like, you know, we only have problems in Africa. So that's why we feel like, you know, crypto can maybe solve like some of them.
I love that. I mean, here in the United States and everywhere, people really, I think a lot of groups are making an effort to be more, you know, create more gender equality amongst the teams. And it's like pulling teeth, because you meet companies. I meet companies every single day, and maybe 1 out of 20 founding teams has a woman on it. I think we have about almost 40 portfolio companies. I think there's one team where the founders are all women, and another team where one of the founders is a woman. And we've never made a, you know, we don't, it's not because we haven't tried or because of any reason other than there's just 1 out of 20, 30 companies who pitch us have a female founder. But look at this, right? Where we have 7 folks on here, 3 of the 7 are female founders, and two of you guys are on the same team. So there we go, half, 50% on this stream alone. So amazing. Africa deserves extra love just because of that. So I'm it's very, very cool. You know, and I think a lot of it is because of your leadership, Nelly. I've been seeing for a couple years now. I know that you've been leading, putting together a lot of these initiatives, and I'm sure it has a lot to do with it. So thank you. So everyone, we're about 15 minutes over time. I want to thank everyone. I know that normally with Blockchain Booze, it's in the middle of the night for you guys. So now it's, I think for most of you, it's about 7 or 8 p.m. in the evening, or now 8 or 9. So thank you for staying up and for doing this and for educating the rest of the world. And I hope we can catch up and do this again soon.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you to everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.